Famous landmarks is Robben Island. It's where the late former President Nelson Mandela spent 18 of his 27 years in prison. Mandela says Robben Island is where he learned more about human behavior. He would have turned 100 years old this year.
It was in June 1964 that Nelson Mandela and 7 other trialists were sentenced to life after having been convicted of sabotage in what has become known as the Livonia trial. He would spend 18 of his 27-year prison term at the island. His days, together with other political prisoners, were spent breaking rocks at the island quarry. Prisoners here were allowed 1 visit per year and 1 letter every 6 months. And the letter had to be no more than 500 words. But Madiba found a positive side to being there.
I can't believe that I spent 18 years in Robben Island. It looked like a very short time. But one is happy to have been associated with such a historic place.
But the irony of Robben Island being a historic place is his incarceration and that of his fellow Livonia trialists. Mandela, Governor Mbeki, Walter Sisulu, Raymond Mhlaba, Ahmed Kathrada, Elias Motsoaledi and Andrew Mlangeni arrived on Robben Island in 1964. Dennis Goldberg, because he was white, was sent to Pretoria. Madiba says while being a painful place to be at, it was also a place to learn about human behavior.
The warders, almost all of them were Afrikaners, but there was a debate amongst them. Some said the responsibility for saving white supremacy now rests upon us as warders in Robben Island. We must treat these people in such a way that they will never think of coming back again. But others, still warders and Afrikaners, said, no, we have to be very careful because in history, the situation has changed. One who was at the top goes down, and the one who was down goes on top. Let us treat these people properly, nicely, so that if they take over, they should also give us the same treatment. Some, of course, treated us badly because they believed that was the only way of getting promotion. But there were those, as I have said, who argued that let us treat these people as human beings, so that if there are changes, they should also give us the same treatment.
He was released from prison after 27 years, not bitter against his jailers.
If you're a nation builder, it doesn't pay to be angry. If you are angry because you want to change your country from one which is reactionary to one that is progressive, you will know what attitude to adopt towards the men around you and towards the country as a whole. No useful purpose is served by a nation builder or one who wants to be a nation builder by destroying or by being angry. You can be angry against ill treatment, but what must dominate you is the idea of serving all South Africans and making your country part of the modern world.
Together with the private sector, Mandela had embarked on a school building project for rural schools. At his 87th birthday, he was asked if he intends to slow down.
Almost everybody who is a nation builder wants to be associated with a program which is going to uplift his people. And it's something, when you wake up, you are looking forward to doing something progressive and beneficial at your people, especially in a country such as ours, which is ravaged by poverty, terminal diseases, lack of education. you do want to contribute towards the solution of those problems. If you are thinking of yourself only, you can never go very far. But if you are thinking of linking up your own activities with those of others, then collective action is the sure way of getting you to achieve something, to solve problems, and to be able to mobilize people.
Madiba's longtime friend and fellow Robben Island prisoner Ahmed Kathrada once described him as one of the most humble persons he has ever met, who treated everyone with the same respect they deserve.
Mr. President, I hand this flame of freedom to you. You are the only person in this country who should receive this flame and to keep it burning and to pass it to the younger generation.
Berenice Moss, SABC News, Cape Town.